Dear friends, we start the second part of Unit 2nd. In earlier discussions, we discussed the variables and attributes, defects and defective units. The variables are the characteristics that can be measured with the help of some instruments, and it has some numerical values like the diameter of a shaft, die of a bore, density of a liquid, and so we can say that the variables are those quantities which can be measured, and it has some numerical values, whereas some of the characteristics of a product that can't be measured, they confirm whether the product is accepted by a customer or rejected by a customer. So the confirming or the defective, it falls in. So these are named as attributes. So attributes cannot be measured. They directly tell us whether the product confirming the needs and wants or not. Now, the next thing which we discussed in the earlier session, that is the defects and the defective units. The defect is a quantity characteristics that do not meet the stipulated specification. That means whatever the customer needs and wants, accordingly we have to design the product. And when we measure those quality attributes, and if they are not meeting the design specification, then we can say the product is defective. Say the specification of a thickness of a steel washer is 3 plus minus 0.1. That means the dimension 2.99 to 3.1 millimeter is acceptable, and if the thickness of a washer manufactured comes under this range, we can say it is accepted by a customer. And if the thickness is say 3.15 millimeter and that is beyond the range accepted by a customer, then we can say it is a defect. So as per NC or ASQC gives a definition, a defect is a departure level, how much it varies from the requirement of a customer of a quality characteristics from its intended level or state that occurs within a severity sufficient to cause an associated the standard or a specifications. So how can we define the standard or a specification? Standards, as the definition of the quality, involves meeting the requirement of a customers. So these requirements need to be documented. So whatever they needed during the designs, we incorporate all those things during the design, and as and when we are producing the product, we measure those quality characteristics, and if they meet the requirement of a customer. So we should be documented the requirement of a customers. A standard or a specifications refers to a precise statement. It is prepared by a designer that validate the requirement of a customers. It may relate to the product, it may be a process or a services. We take one of the example, the specification of a compressed engine cylinder. The bore of the cylinder 3 plus minus 0.1 centimeter for inside diameter, 5 plus 0.2 centimeter for outside diameter, and the 12 plus minus 0.5 centimeter for the length. So as per the requirement of a customer, the designer designed the cylinder accordingly. These are the design dimensions. So these are the, we can say these are the specifications. So when we manufacture those cylinders, we measure all these three quality characteristics like the inside diameter, outside diameter, and the length of a cylinders. That means if all these three are within the range decided by the designers, then the product is acceptable by a customers. That means if any of the dimensions deviate from its specification or standards, that can't be accepted by a customers. This means the board to be acceptable to customer, all three dimensions must be within the specific limit. Now we come to the next part, that is a quality of design. The quality of design is nothing, it is the degree to which we satisfy the customers. The product or a service must be designed in such a way so as to meet the needs of a customer. It must be simple, least expensive, so as to meet the customer's product or a service expectations. The quality of a design influenced by the various parameters like the product type, the cost, profit policy, demand of the product, how much quantity, demand of a market, the availability of parts or a materials for making such products, and last one is the reliability of a product. So whenever we have designed any product, we can say it is a quality design. That means we look after all such parameters. So a good quality of design must ensure consistent performance over its stipulated lifespan. That means during the life of a product it can be performed satisfactorily. And it is stipulated lifespan stated in terms of the rated output. That means the output is consistent. The product should be work efficiently. Up to a certain overload capacity it can run for a specified application or a service, and it should consider possible mode of failure due to stress. So during design we should identify the mode of failure. It is due to stress, wear, distortion, corrosion, shocks or variations, or maybe some environmental issues like the low or high temperature, altitude, environmental conditions. So as it is a continuous process which results into evaluation of the product based on assessed user needs, the feedback after use and development in technology at a given point of time in a given environment. The various factors controlling the quality of designs. The customer is the important factor which governs the quality of designs. The study of optimum quality of design involves the market survey. It is the study of consuming habits of customers for the consumer goods. During the survey we also find the price they are willing to pay for a particular product, and the choice of design of a product which meets the need of the consumer. It is based on the feedback and the specific applications. If we take one example, the variety of vehicles with different in size, capacity, requirement, it may be a domestic or a commercial, available. So whenever we visit any showroom of automobiles, we find that there are so many models available, because the different customer have the different requirements, different capability. So when we design automobiles, we'll taken care of all such variety of customers. Some customers needed the domestic vehicle, some customers needed the commercial vehicles. So we have to design the product to meet all type of customers. The quality of design depends on the type of customers to provide the intended functions with the greatest overall economy. Now we come to the second factor, that is the capital goods. The decision is usually governed by the intended life, environmental conditions, the reliability, the maintainability, the importance of continuity of service. In this discussion, we observe that during designing the part, the three agencies are mainly involved. The one is the designer, second is the manufacturer, and third one is the user. Designer thinks the quality of product may one that it incorporate latest state of art technology. So whatever the latest technology available in the market, during the designer thinks he can incorporate the latest state of art. Whereas the manufacturer, a quality product may be one that conforming to a specification or a requirements. So as per the manufacturer views or a production manager view, he can say that a quality product may be one that conforming to a specification or a requirement. That means whatever the designer design, he try to make the product as per the design specification. A quality product is one that perform to his or her expectation. It is the user's view. User can say, if the product is fulfill their needs and wants, then he can say it's a good design. So a quality product as per the user's view is one that perform to his or her expectation when it comes to price, reliability, ease of use and repair. Hence ultimately users who determine both level of quality and the price he or she willing to pay. So a challenge facing by a designer, manufacturer is to develop a product that will meet all users' requirement and still make profit. Thank you.